Hello, lovelies. Good evening. Welcome. And so tonight, I just kind of wanted to do an overview of like what we can expect over the next month. And so I'm going to do, I'm going to use several different cards. Anyone who requests a reading, a 3-card reading, just type !ADD and I will add you to the queue, and I will kind of go through and see who I got there and read those in order. So I'm a little flustered. I had a false start. I started talking, and Sean from BGP, those that know me know my husband Sean from BGP, he comes in and he says, honey, you're not streaming. so good thing I have my trusty tech support with me. So anyway, so let me show you something. So here I have some passion flower tea, and it doesn't look very strong, but energetically it is quite strong. It's delicious. It has almost like a fruity flavor to it. I really enjoy it. And yes, my mug says, oh my god. It's very hot, but it's delicious. So I will move my little tea bag pouches out of the way and move my tea out of the way so we can get down to business and defeat the Huns, right? Those who watch Mulan know what I'm talking about. So anyway, so I want to start. Hi Simo. Hi Mama Sota. Love you long time, Mama Sota. Welcome. So if you are wanting me to do a 3-card reading for you, just type !ADD and it will add you to the queue, and I will kind of read whoever is in order. My camera's doing really weird things right now and I don't know why. Sorry about that. Awesome. So what I was gonna do first though is just kind of open up the kind of set the mood with this kind of generalized reading for what we can all kind of expect for this month. So I want to do that first, and then I will get into the 3-card readings. So I hope that's okay with you guys. So anyway, so what I've got here, I've got the Druid Craft that I'm reading from tonight. I like to start off with the Druid Craft because I've had this deck for so long, and I've had it since I think 2005. It's one of my favorite decks. I love it, and I love reading with it. It's got like kind of a gentle message. Even if you pull a card that's like the Tower or like the Devil or something like that, it still has a gentle message behind it. So you're not like, oh my god, everything is coming to an end and it's just horrible. No. It's not horrible. Everything changes. Well, hi King Arthur Curry. Welcome back. How are you doing? Hope you're doing well. I was just letting everyone know if you would like a 3-card reading, I would be glad to do it. Just type !ADD and it will add you to the queue, and I will be glad to read for you. So thank you, Backseat. Thank you for testing it, because I don't see anybody in the queue yet, and I know Mama Sota. Oh, thanks, Simo. Thanks for sharing. Is it not doing? I'm not seeing anybody in. Maybe it was !join. Sorry. Let's try it. Backseat Gorilla. Okay, so it must be !join. I'm so sorry. I'm just all over the place tonight. It's crazy. Thank you so much, Mama Sota. That's so sweet. Hi, Jesse James. I'm doing great. How are you? I hope you're doing well. Oh, and apparently if you want to get out of the queue, you type !leave. That works for me. Hi, Raven. How are you? Hope you're doing well. Patricia Gallant. Hi. Okay, so let me get on with this kind of generalized reading for everybody, just for what we can all expect. I'm just going to go with the Druidcraft for now, but like I said, if you want an individualized reading, it is !join. Excuse me just a moment, we're having mic issues. I don't scream into a microphone like some people. Thank you, love. Yes, Sean from Backseat Gorilla, he's amazing. He's fantastic. But he does scream into the mic. I, however, do not. I like to save my vocal cords. So, but can everybody hear me? Awesome. All right, so here we go. Hope you guys can see. It's just kind of a general, what everybody needs to know for this week. And this, like I said, may resonate for some people and may not resonate for other people. Just take what works for you and leave the rest. Easy peasy. So this week you want to be careful about being greedy and hanging on too tight to money. Yes, everybody needs to conserve their funds and everything, because I totally get that. I mean, everybody's kind of tight right now, but don't be like ugly about it. Is that, you understand what I'm saying? Like, you know, don't be like, mine, my precious. Don't do that. It's not high vibe, and it's not good for you. And when you focus on lack, it brings more lack to the party, and you don't want that. So it's important to remember what you're grateful for. And I find that anytime I feel upset, angry, scared, whatever, any of those low vibe kind of feelings, it always helps for me to think about things that I am grateful for. My friends, my family, my job, you know, people that care about me, my loved ones, you know, I have food in my belly, I have a roof over my head. These are all things that most, if not all of us, can be grateful for on some level. So, yeah, Simo, who is Backseat Gorilla Productions? Well, I'll tell you, that is my husband's channel, and he does video games, he does all kinds of crazy stuff, but he's a lot more entertaining than I am. So you got to watch him. You got to check him out too. He does Jackbox games, he does Mario Maker 2, he does Animal Crossing. He's got this I think it's Tower Unite. It's like this ginormous arcade video game. It's fantastic. So I don't know how to explain it any better than that. you just got to see it. It's great. So heating up some carnitas. That sounds delicious. Alrighty. So just be careful with money. You want to not only focus less on the whole lack thing, but also focus more on enjoying the abundance you already have. And also you want to focus on gratitude and focus on protecting what you already have. That means keep your passwords safe. Don't just leave random, things open. Don't leave your Facebook account open and that kind of stuff, because some people are petty, and we know this. So protect yourself. Also, you may want to be careful what you say to people, because you may be feeling like things are unfair, but if you say certain things a certain way, they will not be taken well by some people. I know that sounds so vague and so general, but what I'm trying to say is mind your words. Be careful what you say, because words have power. And when you put that out in the universe, it can cause harm. It can cause a lot of good too, depending on what you say and your intent behind it. But it's important to know, what you're saying, and be mindful of how it comes across to other people. Some people might be a bit more sensitive, especially with this upcoming Scorpio full moon. Oh my goodness, the energy is going to be like raging on Thursday night. So be careful of that. We might be a little bit sensitive that day. Just, keep your wits about you. And also, the world. The world for toward the end of the week, end of the month rather. You're going to have everything you need in place, but you might still feel like there's one thing that I want and I can't get or don't have, and it kind of leaves you feeling that sense of lack. Again, go back to that feeling of gratitude. What is it that you do have that you're grateful for? You already have, the things that are grounding you and keeping you stable. And so take heart in that. And when you focus on gratitude, when you think about the things that you're grateful for, the more you think about it, the more positive things come to you, the more things you will have to be grateful for. So I hope that makes sense, and I hope that resonates with you, and I hope everyone has a great month. But that's just kind of a general overview for the month. Let me know what you think about this little 3-card generalized thing in the beginning of this stream. If it works for you, great. Just let me know, because if you want that to continue, I might do like a different deck each month or something like that, work something out like that. So just let me know what you think. Not vague at all. Oh, okay, awesome. Thank you, Patricia, that's awesome. All right, so I have people in the queue. If you guys would like a reading, a 3-card reading, type _join and you will be added to the queue. Right now I've got 3 people in the queue. So I'll start with King Arthur Curry, who's actually, hold on, last stream, I don't know if they're here yet. But if we have Cherry Blossom 2020 or Kimchi Bay, either one of those, if anybody sees them, let me know. Make sure I know, because I told them last stream that I would pick up with them this stream. So if anybody sees them, make sure you let me know. Hello, Eno. Welcome. So, that being said, King Arthur Curry, which deck do you prefer? Do you have a preference as to which deck I read from? I have Druidcraft, which I just read with. I have the Fairy Ring. Also, if you guys are interested in donating to the channel, if you go to the description, it will give you a link to my Streamlabs, and all the donations go to support the channel and make things better. And I don't know why my camera is still doing this weird thing. Sean Shine's gonna fix it. But anyway, if you'd like to donate, there's a link in the description where you can donate, and it's not required, but it's always appreciated. Anything works for you, whatever you feel is best. Okay. Actually, Arthur, I feel like I'm kind of feeling drawn to the Moonology, these ones. Does that work? Hey, Coat Collector. Welcome. What do you think, Arthur? You think the Moonology would work for you? For some reason, they call to me. I think I've read Moonology for you before, and it seemed to be pretty helpful to you, if I recall. So yeah. You guys might hear Jazzy Dog in the background. He's begging for food. Begging for backseats carnitas. Not me, but thank you. I might have some later if there's any left. Oh, I don't expect you to save me any. They looked really good though. Alright, Arthur, we have the gibbous moon. You're very close to achieving your goal. Now the full moon in Virgo, you are good enough. I don't think a lot of us hear that enough, but you are good enough. And supermoon, emotions are running high. If they're not running high, I expect them to be running high later this week with that Scorpio full moon. And on Thursday, it's going to be pretty intense. So just be mindful of that, because you might be like, why am I so uptight about this? Or why does this bother me so much? Or why am I feeling this way so strongly? Normally I'm chill. What is this? And that might be what's going on with you Thursday or around Thursday. But just keep in mind, it could be the effects of that Scorpio moon, that it creates intense emotional energy around it. So a lot of people might be feeling really emotional that day. So just keep in mind, don't feel bad about it. Just let it be. just take it as it comes and let it be, and it will figure itself out. It's really okay. You are good enough. You may need to work on some self-esteem. You may need to work on being kinder to yourself. A lot of people tend to beat themselves up and criticize themselves a lot, especially like last night was the Virgo moon, and like a lot of people were like, oh my goodness, I'm so why don't be so hard on yourself. Chill. It's okay. It really is okay. And also it says you're very close to achieving your goal. Don't give up, because you're right there. You are so close to where you want to be. Don't give up. Keep attracting what it is you're attracting, because it's like when you focus on your goal, you're attracting it from the future to the present. And likewise, whatever you're dealing with right now is like something that you manifested previously. Like, this is the result of past actions. So that's kind of my take on it. So I hope that was helpful for you. Like I said, if it resonates with you, great. If not, it's okay. Sometimes the message comes through and it doesn't even make any sense until later, and that's okay too. But let me know how it goes for you. I wish you all the best. Hello, Natalie. Yes, there is a list. If you would like to get a 3-card reading, type !join, and it will add you to the queue. And so right now I've got 3 more people in the queue. So I got a few people ahead of you. Hi, Lavender. Psycho Ducky, hello, good day. So if you if you're wanting a reading, type !join, and it will add you to the queue. So yeah, welcome. If I've missed anybody, please forgive me, but welcome if you're new to our stream. I'm happy to be here. I'm excited. Hecate's Crossing, hello, welcome. How are you doing? I'm doing great. So next I have the Mama Sota. Mama Sota, do you have a preference of what deck you would like me to use? Druidcraft. It's one of my favorites. I think I said that. How many times am I going to say that in a stream? But Druidcraft truly is one of my favorites. The other day, I was having a lot of weird dreams and weird feelings about stuff that's been going on. Of course, it's been crazy lately, and so So it's like, okay, what am I supposed to be learning from this? That moment of, it's like when you were a kid and your parents sent you to a room to think about what you've done, and you're like, how is this helping? That's kind of how I felt this week. And so I went and found the oldest tarot deck I have. I've had it since I was 18. It's the good old-fashioned Rider-Waite tarot deck. And I pulled it out, and I, just pulled a few cards, and I was just like, oh. I thought it was going to be more than that, but okay, fine. Yes. And I just kept on moving. It's interesting how the basic, simple things come back after so many years. So, on with the Druid craft for Mama Sota. Thank you so much, Hecate. I really appreciate it. It really helps. The New Zealand Maori Deities Major Arcana Tarot. Wow. That sounds wonderful. So normally I don't do this on a Monday night, but I just felt like tonight would be, well, technically Tuesday morning. And I always do mine late because, night shift problems. But yeah, I just felt like it needed to be done tonight. Tonight is a good night for it. Just, low key, just kind of, just chilling. Let's have a little tarot tea party. So, Mama Sota, you have the Ace of Pentacles. You have the Princess of Swords. Somebody talking back. And you've got the Magician. So, new business ventures. You're starting something new as far as like financial stuff. You might be starting a new business. You might be starting a new investment or something like that. But I feel like it has something to do with work. Usually Pentacles have to do with money and work. And Aces always have to do with new beginnings. So I feel like maybe you're starting something new, a new financial adventure, so to speak. And it's gonna go great for you. I have no negatives about that whatsoever. It's gonna be great. But you've got this sassy little girl. This little V3 acting ugly. Does she need a talking to? Tell her Mrs. B says settle down, watch what you say, darling. If that's the case. Little V3 is so sweet though. But this is talking about a young lady who kind of has this flight of ideas. She'll like get to talking and then stop mid-sentence and start in the middle of another sentence. And you're like, wait a minute, please connect the dots because I don't understand. But she might be a little bit sassy, a little bit back talking lately, and that needs to be addressed before it gets out of hand. I'm not trying to give parenting advice because I'm not a parent, but just gently guide in the right direction is all I'm gonna say. I think you know what I'm talking about. I think you know how to do that. So also you've got the Magician. You have absolutely everything you need to do what it is you're wanting to do and what you need to do. And if you don't have everything you need, then you have a way of getting it. So it's not like, like for example, if you're at work and you have to do this job, like for example, if your work is to make biscuits and you don't have flour, well, it's hard to make biscuits without flour. So you can either improvise or find a way to get some flour so you can make your biscuits, right? And that's kind of what this is. It's like you really do have everything you need to do what it is that you're trying to do and to be great. And even if you don't have everything you need, there's still a way you can get it and still make it work. So I really think that's what it's trying to say is, it's like there's 3 different aspects of your life it's telling me about. And I think the Magician has more to do with like your work, and this has to do with like a side hustle or something, is the feeling I'm getting. And this, of course, has to do with home. So I hope that resonates with you. If not, leave what doesn't work for you, take with you what does work for you. And I wish you all the best. Oh, thank you, Mama Sota. I'm glad that resonated with you, because sometimes I just get to talking and spouting stuff off and I have no idea what it's really about. I'm just like, hey, well, maybe. But I'm glad that works for you. So thank you so much. So, next, we have Patricia Gallant. Patricia Gallant, do you have a preference as to which deck you would like me to read from? And I always shuffle after reading because it helps kind of clear the energy. And it also helps, as I'm shuffling, I always thank my cards. I know it sounds silly to some people to thank an inanimate object, but I feel like they hold energy, and everything is made of energy, and so I just, raise the vibration by saying thank you. So Patricia Gallant, you still with us, love? If so, let me know what deck you would like me to read from. Or if you'd like me to choose, I don't mind choosing. I was actually thinking about the fairy rings for Patricia, but I'll put the rest of these out too, so you can see. We got the fairy rings, we got druid craft. Oh wait, I almost forgot. Mama Sota, I have to tell you about your charms. I forgot all about it. Can't be doing that. If I forget to pull somebody's charms, y'all please remind me. I'm like so scatterbrained tonight. Charms, yes. Alright, so Mama Sota, we have the horseshoe with the 4-leaf clover for luck. I really don't know what this thing is. You guys see it? Focus. Oh. Okay. I don't know. It could be like a fossil or something. I don't know. Then we've got peace. It's like the peace sign inside the heart. We've got the unicorn and the elephant. So, luck, abundance, drawing, peace, and love. You've got the unicorn, which says follow your dreams, and you've got this elephant, which is about perseverance. So all of that ties into exactly what we were reading about. So yeah, it is like a door knocker thing. Maybe it's like a... Let's see. Let's see if it'll focus on this one. You see? I know it's weird. But yeah, it is. I could see it being like a door knocker thingy. So maybe it has to do with a new opportunity. New door opening. Maybe. Alright. Hecate. Enjoy your dinner or breakfast, as it were, for you. Or whatever. Enjoy. It was nice to see you. You're drawn to the fairy rings. That's kind of what I was thinking for you, Patricia. Let's go with that. Hey, Deadpool, what's up? Welcome. Glad you're here. So yeah, we've got the fairy rings. This is another one of my favorite. I think all of these decks are my favorite. Let's just put that out there. But these I've also been reading a long time too. Now, some of these cards I haven't seen in a while, so if I have to refer to the guidebook, I will. But I'm just going to go on my intuition and what I'm feeling first, and then if we need a little more clarification, then we'll do that. Sound good? Oh my, Nightbot is like on top of things. My goodness. Sean's gonna go fix Nightbot. So yeah, it was saying something like stop spamming caps or something like that. I don't know what's up with that, but Sean's fixing that part. Patricia, I thought I was seeing your post. I'm seeing your post now. I don't know what was going on before. Oh, okay. Nightbot is always being extra. But he's doing his job, I suppose. Oh. Alright. So, if some of these fall out, that means that they really want to be read. So, that's what we'll do. As long as it's not like 1,000 of them falling out. Alright, so that one fell out. That's Retrograde. That's Samhain. And that's the fairy dog. So this is one of my favorite cards, not only because I love mushrooms and I think they're awesome, but and it didn't have to be like anything, don't read into it too much. But yeah, this is about, it's like you're walking between the worlds. It's like part of you is in the physical realm, like with us, and then part of you is walking in the spiritual realm, and sometimes the two kind of overlap, is what I've found. Especially, like, you may have been seeing spirits or being more attuned to otherworldly things here lately, and that may be why Fashion was like, embrace it, is what he's saying. It's like, you've been given a gift, embrace it, use it, walk in your truth. That was a lot. That Kate, wow. Yeah. Confirmation chills and everything. Okay. But yes, it's like you're supposed to be guiding someone as well. And that walking between the worlds kind of, you're both a teacher and a learner at the same time. And so that's the message I'm getting from Fashion. And he's because you see, it's like he's got one eye and one arm, but it's like, okay, does he have the other eye, or is that just something we're assuming? So maybe he's like half in between worlds is kind of where I'm getting with that. So yeah, you may be more sensitive to otherworldly things here lately, but don't let it frighten you. Just embrace it. Take it as it is. Don't put any kind of label or any type of particular value to it. Don't think of it as good, bad, or otherwise. Just say, oh, well, there's this, message coming to me, or there's this person not of this realm in my bathroom right now, or whatever. It just take it at face value, take it with a grain of salt, and keep it moving, because it's here for a reason. You're seeing this for a reason. You've also got Samhain, which also kind of talks about the thinning of the veil between the worlds. Samhain is also known as Halloween in the United States. And so, with that, that's when the veil is the thinnest between the worlds. That's why people, toward October 31st-ish, is when Samhain is. That's about the time people start seeing more spirits, getting more messages, getting more information from the other side of the veil. And so that may be something you're experiencing now. It also happens around what we call Beltane, or May Day, which was May 1st. So that may be also, that's another time where the veil is the thinnest too. So like I said, you may have been getting some information here lately from the other side. And then you've got the fairy dog. And the fairy dog, I just get this sweet, gentle, loyal friend type energy here. It may be October 31st dishes near your birthday. Wow, that's pretty awesome. So you're sensitive to stuff like that anyway. But yeah, and the fairy dog is basically saying it's going to be okay. You are protected. You have friends and family around you that support you. Father's always visiting. That may be that fairy dog energy. I feel like he's a gentle soul that's always looking out for you, even from the other side. That's the feeling I get. Let's see what your charms say. Let's see here. We have this lovely tree of life. I love that. Can you guys see? Focus. I'm trying to focus. There we go. So yeah, it's got like this filigree. Can you see? That little tiny filigree. I love that. Those little spirals. And then we've got a seashell. Are you going to the beach? But also, the beach has to do with like emotions and just feeling what you're feeling. Just letting it come and letting it just kind of wash over you and go back out. That's kind of, you may have maybe some feelings of grief or sadness from lost loved ones, but also waves of joy coming as well. Just it all just kind of comes to you at once and can be very overwhelming. But it's okay. Just let it come and let it be. You got little swans. So it makes a little heart with their heads. So maybe that's a bit of love there. I feel like you have loved ones all around you, and that you're very loved and supported. This is another love charm, and then this is a compass. And that goes back to maybe you're supposed to be directing somebody or guiding somebody. Been missing your dad a lot. Yeah. And then sunflower. The sunflower is always, for me, always about joy. Sometimes it's about Sean's testing. Hey, Uso, what's up? Welcome. Hey Uso, if you're wanting me to do a reading, do type ~join and it'll put you in the queue. because I think I missed you last time. But if you're wanting a reading, do !join. I'll be glad to read for you. Right now I'm on Patricia Gallant, and we're talking about some otherworldly stuff. But I feel like you've had a lot of emotions lately. A lot of family ties have been prominent in your life lately, and I feel like there's some romance there too. And the sunflower is about. It always reminds me of summertime, because we have this farm, like, not far from where we live, that every, say, July, August, they've got like all these sunflowers, and they're so pretty. One of these days I'm gonna do like a photo shoot or something out there, because they're just beautiful. But yeah, so that's the main thing, and like I said, you're definitely here to guide someone, and that's why you're getting so much from the other side, is because it's supposed to help you in guiding those around you. So I hope that was helpful for you, Patricia. Thank you so much for letting me read for you. I wish you all the best. Let's see. Ducky! For TikTokos, Mom? Okay, so for TikTok's Mom. Cool. Okay, I'll get to you as soon as I can. Daisy. I saw a Daisy. Cool. Glad you're here. Let's see. What did the sunflower mean? The sunflower, for me, like, generally speaking, represents joy and abundance, and also harvest. Like, the seeds you plant in the springtime will produce a bountiful harvest. And so that's kind of the message I'm getting from it, is that maybe you've set some things in motion around this time of year, and then in the next 3 months or so, you're going to see some wonderful developments, and I'm really excited about that for you. So I wish you all the best, Patricia. I think that was a pretty good reading. I think you've got a handle on it, and I think you're going to do great with it. Oh, thanks so much, Uso. With the chat for just a second, guys. Alright. So next I have NO. Is NO in the house? NO, are you here? Still here? Let me know what deck you want me to read from. So I've got the Fairy Ring, which I just read for Patricia Gallant. I've got Druidcraft. I've got Moonology. I have Bob Ross playing cards. I've got the Witchlings and Black Moon Oracle. Good morning, Mark Forrest. How are you? Hope you're doing well. So, NO, are you still here? If not, I will move on to Natalie. Appears that NO may have left us for a moment, but if NO comes back, let me know, and I'll be glad to read for NO. But I'm going to move on to Natalie. Natalie, are you still here? Is Natalie in the house? Hey, Natalie's here, yay! So Natalie, which deck would you like me to read from? I have the Fairy Ring, Bob Ross, Witchlings, Druidcraft, Moonology, and the Black Moon Astrology. Do you have a preference? The brown one. That would be the Druidcraft. deck. It's so great. I like the artwork. I like the message behind it. I love the feel, like how, like the vibration, I guess, for lack of a better term. They have really good energy. Probably because I've read for so many wonderful people with this deck. It just feels good. Yeah, definitely one of my favorites. Hey, 3 cards popped out. How do you like that? They want to be read. What does it say? Oh my. Well. Good night, Mama Sota. Thank you so much for joining us. Oh no, YouTube signed you out? Okay. Must have been a glitch. Oh, thank you so much, Mama Sota. Alright, Inno, as soon as I finish with Natalie, I'll come back to you. Is that okay with you? So, Natalie, what I'm seeing here, I'm seeing a little bit of heartache here. Now, when I say a little bit, you might be feeling that on a so much deeper level. I kind of feel like you are. But in the grand scheme of things, it's a little bit of heartache. And I think, based on the surrounding cards, you've got the 5 of Wands, and I think you might have been kind of play fight, some kind of playful banter. Like, see these boys, they're having fun. They're play fighting with sticks and stuff like that. And so I think maybe you might have been kind of play fighting with somebody, making, I'm going to whoop you or something like that. I'm going to beat you up. Not really meaning it, but then they said something else meant playfully, but you took it to heart, or vice versa. And so somebody's feelings got hurt, and I think you really did take it to heart, and I think it might have stung a bit more than it was intended to, but that doesn't mean it can't be healed. I think just about any situation can be healed, and even if the differences can't be resolved, there can still be some kind of letting go of things that hurt kind of thing. And then we've got the 10 of Pentacles. Things are coming full circle for you, financially, in terms of abundance, in terms of family. You may be spending a lot more time with family lately. Just kind of getting back to your roots, getting back to home, and things that keep you grounded, things that keep you secure. And so I feel like a lot of people when they're going through something, especially the painful stuff, it helps to lean on family and friends, because they pick you up when you're feeling down. That's just how it is. And I think there's some healing that can take place from this. Jazzy dog, you okay? He was coughing. I think he drank his water too fast. He's okay. So yeah, I feel like if you can apply some humor to it and kind of keep it lighthearted, I think that'll help to kind of ease the soul heartache here. And in the grand scheme of things, yeah, it might sting a little bit, but then you bounce back. You're super resilient. Lavender, did you lose your spot? I don't see a lavender in my queue. I'm so sorry. Okay, Lavender, if you will type !join, it will add you to the queue. You were 6. I don't know what happened there. But if you will type !join and it'll put you back in the queue. Maybe. Oh, String gave it to Daisy. That's what happened. I don't know. I don't know how to fix it. Well, how about we do this? It's not adding. I don't know what's going on there. Hey, Backseat, if you're watching, can you maybe help us out with this cue? Backseat's really good at setting this stuff up and fixing the problems and whatnot. I, on the other hand, I'm better at reading cards. But we'll fix it. But yeah, Natalie, what I'm seeing here is you're leaning more on family after this could have been a breakup, actually. It's kind of the feeling I'm getting. You know, it's a pretty painful sting there. And I think it came from some kind of playfulness that got out of hand and got too serious too quick. Is kind of the feeling I'm getting. But I feel like you're able to bounce back from that you're very resilient. Let's see what your charms say. Okay. And this is in Spanish, and my Spanish is way rusty. It says, Senhor, faz-me instrumento de vossa paz. I don't know. It's pretty though. Okay. So yeah. But I feel like you lean on faith a lot, and I think that helps you through a lot of things. You've got a flamingo, so you may be vacationing soon, maybe chilling out soon. Flamingos remind me of Florida and vacations and stuff like that. You got the sun, little tribal sun. You got a turtle. Turtles remind me of perseverance as well. You got the lucky horseshoe with the 4-leaf clover. You got a good luck charm on your side. Let's see. I don't know if Sean is adding anybody to the queue or not, or why this is not adding you. Lavender. Hang on a second. Hey, Sean. I don't think he can hear me. Give me a minute. We'll fix it. Lavender should still be number 6. Okay. I don't know why they put Daisy instead of Lavender as 6, but remind me, and I'll read Lavender after Psycho Ducky, and then I'll read Daisy. I hope that's okay with everybody. I'm trying to do this right. And then Natalie, you've also got your family ties here with the Tree of Life. So let me know how that works out for you. I hope it works out well. I know this situation right here is pretty painful, but I also know you've got a lot of support around you, and you know it may be that you need to take a break. You may need some vacation time from whatever it is that's causing you stress. Lean on your supports that you know you have, and good fortune is on its way. It always helps to think back about like that song, "The Sun Will Come Out Tomorrow." And like I said, gratitude helps soften whatever it is you're going through. Just that little bit of gratitude can kind of raise that vibration a little bit and attract more things to be grateful for. So I hope that was helpful. And I wish you all the best, my dear. Alright, so next we have N.O. N.O., you still here? N.O., are you still in the building? Daisy's further down the list. Oh, hello, N.O. The Moon Cycle Tarot deck. Sure. You mean the Moonology? That one? Yeah, the chat does seem kind of slow. But, I mean, people may just be, listening and not commenting. And that's okay, too. I'm here for the party. General future reading for NO. I can just do a general 3-card reading. If you're wanting a more in-depth reading, you can email me and we can discuss it further. My email address is in the description. But if you're just wanting a general 3-card future reading, I gotcha. That's what we're doing tonight. Hey, Sean. Hello. He can't hear me. He might have headphones in or something. I don't know. Alright, for NO, we've got the full moon in Leo. Don't let pride get in your way. We've got the new moon in Scorpio. Work through your fears. And the south node. Don't let your past hold you back. So, this feels kind of intense. Of course, all things involving Scorpio are intense. But what I'm getting here is, so you've got some stuff in your past that you learned a lot from, but now it may have you afraid to move forward with some things. It may have you feeling a bit resentful, or you may feel like you might have done something you're not proud of in the past, and you're afraid to go back and face the people you were dealing with around that. And you may have some pride about it too. You may feel like, I'm not apologizing. They need to apologize. I didn't do anything. Tone it down a notch, just a notch, because I feel like in every situation, even if someone is victimized in a way, they still have a part in whatever it was that happened. It could be just being in the wrong place at the right time, or vice versa. Stuff like that. And so whenever I find myself just really resistant to forgiving somebody, because that happens. If somebody just pisses me all the way off, it takes a lot to come back from that. But when I find that I'm having trouble forgiving someone, it helps me to find some part in that where I was involved and forgive myself first, and then kind of move on from that. Like, for example, if I was assaulted at a grocery store, just unprovoked, nothing happened, it just somebody decided it'd be a good idea. That would be really dumb of them, but if somebody thought that would be a really good idea to attack me in a grocery store or something, after the fact, I think I would have a hard time forgiving that person, especially if I didn't do anything to them. But if I was just wrong place at the wrong time kind of thing, that may be the part that I have to work on for myself and then move on from that. I don't know if that really resonates with you or not, but that's kind of the feeling I'm getting, is maybe there's a part of yourself that maybe you have some guilt feelings about something and you need to work on resolving that before trying to revisit any of this stuff in the past. But I feel like this stuff, until you can heal it, it's still going to hold you back, and you might have to keep repeating the same cycles of shenanigans until you're able to move past that. Ex betrayed me multiple times, even a month ago. Oh wow, I'm so sorry. I know that's got to be painful, but I think if you can work on healing yourself first, it can help heal that situation as well. So, hello, Lucia D. Welcome. So let's see what your charms say, Inno. Alright. Got this. Got angels. Got two trees of life. Got the world. This is a flower. It's a daisy, and it says cousin. So maybe you have a cousin that's very supportive of you, that is kind of helping you through this. Lots of family support, I see. With the world, you're finding that stability and that solid foundation. And of course, you've got your spirit guides and angels guiding and protecting you. You lean on your spirituality a lot to help you through all kinds of situations. This says étoile. I believe that's French for stars, maybe? My French is a bit rusty too. But I noticed the stars in the heart. And so I feel like you've got a lot of high aspirations. You've got that solid foundation. You've got a lot of family support. And you've got angels watching over you and guiding you and helping you through this, even though it's painful. It's something that if you can heal from this, if you can find healing in this, even if it's a crappy situation, if you can find healing in it, you'll be able to heal a lot of other things too. This is kind of the feeling I'm getting. So I hope that was helpful for you, Inno. I'm sorry you're having to go through this kind of rough time, but I feel like kind of facing your own feelings and your own internal monsters might kind of help work through some of this, and even help in the future, some kind of way as well. So I wish you all the best. Thank you so much. Thank you. I'm glad you found this channel too, Lucia D. I'm glad you're here. If you'd like a 3-card reading, type !join. I've had some issues with my queue here lately, but what I'm gonna do is I've got a handy dandy piece of paper, so when technology fails, a handy dandy piece of paper and a pen go a long way. Okay, so it added Lucia. Why didn't it add Lavender? I don't know. I'm not all that tech savvy. Sean from Backseat Gorilla Productions, my husband, kind kind of helps me out with all this tech stuff that I'm not so strong in. But anyway, so next, just like daisies. Is there a just like daisies in the house? Just like daisies? Not the same as daisy. Hello, Fatima. Welcome. I'm glad you're here. So anyone who's new to the chat, if you would like a 3-card reading, type !join and it will add you to the queue. And I will kind of go in the order of the queue. The queue's been acting funky though, so I'm gonna get my handy dandy piece of paper and start writing down some names, because sometimes I can't always trust technology. And Sean is in the other room, so he's working on something at the moment, but he'll be back. So, got Just Like Daisies. Anybody seen Just Like Daisies? Did they just kind of disappear on him? I don't know. And then Psycho Ducky. For Tic Tac's mom. And then we had Lavender. Then Daisy. Then Mark Forrest. No, then Lucia. Then Mark Forrest. And then Fatima. So yeah. Well, I'm glad you think we're cool, Fatima. I'm glad you're here. I have a lot of fun doing this. I like to just do tarot readings. It helps me kind of get some insight into what the different symbols mean and so forth with the different cards. And it helps me tune into my own kind of intuition as well. So I really enjoy doing it. If anyone would like a more in-depth reading, more personalized reading, or however you want to call it, I do personalized readings. They usually take a bit longer, but if you're interested, you can email me. My email address is in the description, and so I can go from there. If you would like a more personalized reading, just let me know, and we'll discuss it further when you email me. So, without further ado, Just Like Daisies. Is there a Just Like Daisies? Yes, Elizabeth, you can be on the list. Just type !join and it'll add you to the queue. But if I don't hear from Just Like Daisies, I'm going to move on to the Psycho Ducky. But if Just Like Daisies comes in again, please let me know, and we'll maneuver. So, Ducky, what deck should I read from? Oh, thank you, Mark. Psycho Ducky. Do you have a preference? We got Druidcraft, Moonology, Fairy Rings, Bob Ross, Witchlings. And Black Moon Astrology. So Psycho Ducky, which deck do you want me to read from? Tell me. Guys, I'm drinking passion flower tea. See? It's wonderful stuff. I like it. It's kind of fruity. Normally with hot tea, I'll put Splenda or something in it, but this doesn't really need it. I mean, it'd be good with it, but I like it plain. I'm digging it plain. I love mint tea. Oh my goodness. Like, all things mint. I love it. I thought about doing like a chocolate mint tea, because I have a chocolate mint tea, and it's really, really, really good. da bomb. Tic Tac's mom is Nadia. That's cool. Alright, so you want me to read for Miss Nadia? So, I'm kind of feeling drawn toward the witchlings for Miss Nadia. Is that cool? This one? Witchlings? Or I can do fairy rings or druid craft or moonology, whichever. I'm flexible. I do yoga sometimes. Black Moon, cool. I haven't read from this deck yet tonight. I like this song. It's really relaxing. It just makes me smile. Alright. So, this one, I might have to refer to the book, but I'm going to try going on pure intuition first. That's how I usually like to read anyway, and then, if we need a little more detail, then I'll go back to the book. But I like to go on what I feel. It seems to be more precise. Yes, intuition definitely comes first. You ever had a gut feeling about anything and didn't follow it? Didn't end well, did it? No. The universe teaches us things in mysterious ways. But one of the first things we learn is to trust ourselves. And then, life happens and tells us not to, because we have someone else's agenda we have to go by or whatever. And so then we have to go back to, finding that inner voice again, feeling that truth. All right, so for Miss Nadia. All right, we have Mercury Retrograde, Reinvention. With a Mercury Retrograde, it's like everything. You're reconnecting, you're reinventing, you're redoing, you're rethinking, you're recommunicating. You get the idea. It's like somebody hit the do-over button. But during a Mercury retrograde, it feels like you're going through a tornado. And at the end of it, you're like, what the heck was that? It was just, it can be very unsettling. But one of the best things you can do during a Mercury retrograde is go inward. Do some meditation. Get to the bottom of why you feel the way you're feeling. Where are these feelings coming from? That kind of thing. Water element, sensing. Might be kind of emotional here lately. Water signs tend to be more emotional. They feel things like triple strong. There is no middle ground. It's all or nothing. And it's like a tidal wave. There is no stopping whatever the feeling is. She might be a Scorpio. Here's a Scorpio. So there's some Scorpio energy there, which is really, really, really intense. And Scorpio says, I transform. So she might be a water sign, Scorpio, Cancer, or Pisces. Drew a blank there for a second. And the thing I've found with Scorpio females as opposed to Scorpio males, Scorpio females tend to be a lot more nurturing. They tend to be the nurturing mother type. Very strong need to take care of other people on some level and make sure other people are okay. Um, and then, with the water element, it just kind of goes along with that. Queen of Cups, yeah. But yeah, with the water and sensing, it's like she's almost like she's got a sixth sense about her anyway. She knows that, like she might be able to tell, when the twins are crying, even if she's not even anywhere near them. Like all of a sudden you'll get a call, "What's wrong with Tick and Tack?" Hi, the truth. Unfortunately, I don't understand what that means. My foreign languages are a bit rusty. So I don't know what that is. But at any rate, so Ducky, what I'm saying is Nadia might be feeling a lot emotional lately. She's picking up on, she might be an empath. She probably is an empath and probably feels everything that everyone else around her is feeling. And she, like I was saying, like you might be out with the twins somewhere and they might be crying about something, and she's gonna be calling you just out of the blue, like, what's going on? Why are they crying? Why are they upset? And you're gonna be like, I just told them they couldn't have candy till after dinner. Oh, that kind of thing. So she's very, very protective of everyone she cares about. And like I said, very sensitive. And then you got this Mercury retrograde. So she may be kind of going inward and kind of finding out where all this emotional stuff is coming from and why she's been so sensitive lately. There may be some stuff from the past that isn't quite resolved yet. And so that's what Mercury retrograde is for, is kind of rethinking things, going through, instead of starting something new during a Mercury retrograde, you definitely want to kind of really think it through again and again and again until you finally, decide, okay, is this really a good idea? And then once you decide it's a good idea, wait till after the retrograde is over before starting to do it. So Mercury retrograde happens about 3 times a year, and I think our last one was around let's say it was around February maybe. So we're coming up on one in the next couple of months. But that was kind of the main thing I was getting is she's very deeply sensitive. She's very strongly connected emotionally with everyone around her. But she's also quite fluid. Like she can kind of go with the flow too, and doesn't get too bent out of shape if things don't go as planned. It's kind of the general feeling I'm getting. But she might tend to overthink things, and you're like, goodness, can we please just make a decision about something and not think about it too much? Because if you think about it too much, you just end up talking yourself out of it. Whether it's ordering a pizza or bungee jumping or whatever. So let's see what the charms say. Aw, we got a little ballerina and love and peace, and we've got a crucifix, which indicates faith. It doesn't necessarily have to indicate Christian faith. For a lot of people it does. But just in general, leaning on faith, leaning on spirituality in general is important to a lot of people. Family ties, laying down roots. That's what it's all. That's what a lot of this is about. Is finding that peace. And I'm not sure quite what the ballerina's about. You might be going to a ballet soon. I don't know if she is a dancer, or was, but that may resonate more with her than that does with you, Ducky. But at any rate. She may be, she may be trying to kind of navigate life as if it were a dance. Does that make sense? It's like, okay, when someone takes steps toward me, I take a few steps back and then reverse and go toward them, trying to, kind of handle it all with grace is kind of what I'm trying to say. I think that is actually her strength more than she even realizes, is that she can handle any situation with grace, and probably better than a lot of people can. And just makes things so much more fluid, and things go so much more smoothly when she's around. That's the feeling I get. I don't know if that's so much a prediction as it is just kind of saying, hey, this is kind of what you're dealing with, and here's the advice is to really focus and really rethink why it is you're feeling what you're feeling. Get to the bottom of that, I think is the key here. So I hope that resonates. I hope you have a good week or month or however long before I talk to you again. And if you have questions, of course, you can always send me a message. But I think that is pretty much what they're trying to say is go with the flow, bottom line. And I feel like she does that actually quite well. That may be one of her strengths. Thank you, Psycho Ducky. Alright, next on my list I have Lavender. Is Lavender still here? Hi, Vicky. How you doing? I hope you're doing well. If you would like a reading, Vicky, hit !join, and it will add you to the queue. In theory, we've had some issues with the queue, so if it doesn't, I've got a handy dandy piece of paper. No, you're not too late. You think Lavender left? Aw. Well, if she comes back, y'all please let me know, because I've still got her on my list here. And so if she comes back, I will read for her if she would like for me to. Alright, so next, is Daisy still here? Is Daisy here? I think Daisy is next. Is Daisy still here? Anyone? Bueller? Hi, Clementine. Welcome. I think Daisy also left. Okay. Well, I'm sorry I didn't get to them, but I have them written down in case they do show back up. So next I have Lucia. Is Lucia still here? Lucia. Sure, Clementine, you can ask a question. If you would like to have a 3-card reading, oh, thank you, Ducky. Hit many things on the head. Yay! I'm glad. Like I said, sometimes I get to reading and I'm like, I'm just telling you what's coming to me. I don't know if it resonates or not, but here, have some. And it works. Fantastic Wit! Hello! Hello, welcome. I hadn't seen you in a long time. So yeah, I'm doing great. How are you doing? I just thought, a random Monday night live stream would be great. So yeah, we're having a tarot tea party. I'm drinking passion flower tea out of my favorite mug. So, hey Wit, if you would like a reading, hit !join and it'll add you to the queue if you're interested. Okay, Clementine, I'm sorry you're sad and confused. Did you join my queue? If you want a reading, !join will get you into the queue. Okay? In theory. Sometimes my queue's been acting wonky tonight, so if it doesn't, y'all let me know and I will add you to my paper and handy dandy list here. So let's see. So next we've got Lucia. Lucia, which deck would you like for me to read, dear? I've got the Black Moon. I've got Moonology. I have Druid Craft here. Got Bob Ross. I've got Fairy Ring and Witchlings. Fantastic Wit has joined the queue. Yay. So, Lucia, you still here, love? Moonology. Awesome. I like the way Moonology feels. It's like they've got this matte finish on them that's really soft. I like that. So let's see what Moonology has to tell us. So we've got communication is key. It's the new moon in Gemini. We've got full moon, surrender to the divine. And full moon in Aries, a fiery climax approaches. That could be interesting. So what I'm getting here is communication is key. You definitely want to be communicating what it is you're expecting from other people, because not everybody can read your thoughts, your mind, your body language. So it may be important, like some people might be like for example, if you're frustrated with somebody and you don't say anything, they're not necessarily gonna know. And if you're just like all like this, arms crossed, just clearly not happy, they may not realize it's about something that they did. And so you've got to communicate, or they're not gonna be able to fix whatever it is that they're doing that's bothering you. People aren't gonna know how you feel unless you just let them know, hey, this is how I'm feeling. They can assume a lot of things, but it's important to communicate. If it becomes a yelling match where there's lots of arguing and fussing, you're no longer communicating. Communication has to be calm and rational and and there has to be respect on both sides. That's my take on it. Surrender to the divine, the full moon. Sometimes, that old phrase, let go and let God? It's kind of like that. I feel like we're all here for a purpose, and we may not know what that purpose is. And, that old cliche, everything happens for a reason. I get so tired of hearing that. Probably because I know everything happens for a reason, and I get frustrated because I don't know what that reason is right offhand. Sometimes I don't know what the reason is until after the disasters happen. It's like, okay, so now I get to pick up the pieces and what have we learned kind of thing. So that can be frustrating, but try not to worry too much about it. The people that are meant to be in your life will be in your life, and the people that aren't will find their way out. Fiery climax approaches. So Aries moon. You may have some Aries and or Gemini, or maybe dealing with Aries or Gemini in your chart, or in the chart of whoever you're dealing with. So you may be dealing with some anger. I mean, I'm really getting this, not so much full-blown anger, like, breaking stuff anger, but like just supreme frustration. Because you're expecting things to be one way. Hey Joe, what's up? How are you? I'm glad you're here. I'm just doing 3-card readings. If you want a reading, type !join and it'll put you in the queue. In theory, my queue's been acting crazy. So, yeah, Lucia, you want to, I would say, kind of ask your spirit guides and angels for divine guidance in this situation. Because I feel like you've got so much anger and frustration going on, and you don't know how to communicate that without breaking the other person, so to speak. And they have no clue. They're just like, well, if you're mad, you should have said something, kind of thing. And so, Clementine, if you want to be added to the queue, type !join, and that will add you to the queue. Actually, for your wife watching. Cool. Hello, Mrs. Juggalo Fishing Posse. Welcome. Glad you're here. So I hope that helps. Let's see what your charms say, Lucia. And it may help to write some things down. Sometimes, writing a letter or something can be a bit, it can kind of take the edge off before you, like, spontaneously combust. You know what I mean? But it can also, kind of let the other person, you can get the point across, and it kind of takes the brunt of the aggression out of it, depending on how pointed you want to put it. But that's kind of my take on it. And also, after you write it down, or after you type your letter or whatever, you might actually feel better and be like, well, I feel better anyway. So that might help you. I don't know. But we've got peace, we've got love, we've got a lot of leaning on your faith. So I feel like this surrender to the divine is really resonating for you. You've got friendship, companionship. We've got this little skeleton wearing a sombrero and playing a guitar. So it reminds me of Dia de los Muertos, Day of the Dead. And so your ancestors are watching over you too. I feel like they are very much present in your life and very much guiding you on how to just navigate through life. You can sense their presence, especially like you might smell grandma's perfume just for no apparent reason, out of nowhere. That's kind of like a hint that she's nearby spiritually. Or you might, see something that reminds you of your grandfather or something like that. Oh, thank you, Lucia. That is so sweet. And then, the starfish, it kind of reminds me of the ocean, and the ocean reminds me of go with the flow. Thank you. But I feel like, and it also reminds me of this story where this guy was picking up, he was walking along the beach and he was picking up starfish and trying to save the starfish. And so he would pick up a starfish and throw it back in the ocean, and pick up a starfish and throw it back in the ocean, and pick up a starfish and throw it back in the ocean. And this one fellow walked up beside him. He's like, "What are you doing, man?" He's like, I'm putting them back in the ocean. I'm saving the starfish. He's like, "You can't save all of them. You can't help all of them." He's like, he picks up another he's like, "You can't even make a difference. What are you even doing?" Picks up another starfish, throws it in the ocean, made a difference to that one. So I feel like the things that you're doing actually have more impact than you really know, and how you handle things, and how you talk to people, and how you relate to people. So I feel like all of this is kind of guiding you toward a sense of gentleness that maybe you hadn't quite achieved yet. Because I think you tend to be kind of more high energy anyway, and so this is kind of a way of just mellowing out just a little mellow, and that might help ease some of the frustration and anxiety you're dealing with too. So I hope that was helpful for you, and I wish you all the best. Thank you so much. So next we have Mark Forrest. Mark Forrest, are you still here? Mark Forrest still with us? Still in the building? Still with us, Mark? Yay! Which deck would you like me to read from, sir? Do you have a preference? I'm actually feeling the Druidcraft for you, Mark. I feel like Druidcraft is calling to you. This one? What do you think? Yay! Awesome! So we got the Two of Pentacles, Two of Wands, and Three of Pentacles. So, you're trying to balance something, are you? You're trying to juggle life and family and kids and work and laundry and everything else, and for the most part, you do a pretty good job of it. And you're trying to get ready for a situation that you know is approaching that could potentially throw everything off kilter. And so you're trying to kind of get ready for it. Trying to get your finances in order, trying to get home life in order, trying to get work in order. You might be planning a trip or something, but you're trying to get all of that in order and not miss a beat, and just trying to keep juggling, so to speak. But this also talks about some kind of partnership. Anytime we have twos, it's talking about a partnership of some sort. And so you may be dealing with a work partnership, or some kind of financial, legal, something or other. But you've got kind of a partnership going, and it's about give and take. You've got to, see if you're putting or getting out of it as much as you're putting into it. And a lot of times people invest in something and they put way too much time, money, and effort into something, and then they don't get the reward from it. So it's important to kind of try to keep that balance going. And you got the Two of Wands. You may have a new opportunity that you're that you're embarking on that you're not sure if you really want to do or not, you're kind of hesitant about it. It's like you're wanting to step through that door, but then again you're like, if I do that, what do I have to give up? Or what are the consequences? What are the repercussions of that? You're feeling as I've already got my hands full. Do I really want to add another project? It's a tough call. It really is. And it takes a lot of thought. But the thing is, with this Three of Pentacles, things are coming full circle for you as far as work. You might have some people like judging your work and nitpicking you to death and all this other stuff, but the truth is, you actually do pretty good work, and you've got the tools you need to do what you need, or what needs to be done. You're improving your craft, and I think that's fantastic. Whatever your craft may be, it could be, wood carving, it could be web design, it could be basket weaving, I don't know, anything. Anything that you put your passion into and your heart into is going to, it's going to flourish. Putting your passion into it is not always the same as giving it all this time, money, and energy and not getting a good return. When you're passionate about something, it doesn't matter what the return is. It's going to end up being great. Even if it's something as simple as like taking a shower. I don't know how okay, that sounds weird. Showering passionately. But it's true. If you like, for example, we'll use the shower example. If you take a shower, like some people are like, shower, wash. Okay, done. But if you step into that shower like this is the best shower, oh my gosh, the water feels wonderful, the soap smells amazing, and just think of it as like the best experience of your life. Pretend it is the best experience of your life. It will like change your whole day. I promise you. So that's just an example, but do everything like that. Even the mundane stuff, driving to work, getting stuck in traffic. It's like, hey, but I've got some awesome music. Yes! That's the kind of enthusiasm that is going to attract more positive things into your life. So let's see what our charms say here. Well, you've got a unicorn, you've got dolphins, you've got peace sign. Oh, got a little charm with a heart that says always. You got a starfish, you got the world, you got a crown, royalty, maybe, and little swans kissing. So, it's the same, follow your dreams. You've got a firm foundation, you've got a peaceful nature, you've got love in your life, you've got people that are going to love and support you no matter what. You've got friends that are, they're just, like I said, you got all the support to do whatever it is you want to do in life. And the unicorn is saying, follow your dreams, chase that dream, step through that door, because even if this is not the door you want, it will lead to another door that you do want. So, kind of take it with a grain of salt. And you never, like I said, you never realize how much of a difference you're making in someone's life just by being who you are. And just being a friend, being kind. And that's the message they're telling me. And I hope that resonates with you. I'm gonna have a shower then. Please do. Everyone needs a shower from time to time. But yes, I feel like whatever it is that you do, if you add a bit of enthusiasm to it, it makes everything better. So I wish you all the best, and I hope this resonates with you. I hope it works out for you. And best of luck with your work and your other situations. Specific question. Yeah, that's okay. Oh, thank you, Mark. So it doesn't matter really what question you're asking when I shuffle, because they're gonna tell me what you need to know anyway. Is kind of how I feel about it. I don't know. I don't always ask like specific questions. Every now and then I do, but and there's like a way you can ask like yes or no questions, but it doesn't always. Like one of the readings I do like a yes or no reading, and I haven't done one on here because I didn't know how well it'd be received. Because the way I do it, well, I'll show you. If I were to do a yes or no question, I would, concentrate, do my shuffling, like so, and like, so ask my question, and then, so I would lay out all these cards until I get an ace. Okay, so I've got an ace there. I didn't actually ask a question. This is just an example. And so I'd do 13 cards or until I get an ace. You get the idea. And then a third pile, same way, until I get either the 13th card or an ace. If I get 3 aces, that means yes. If I only get 1 ace, like here, and I know I didn't put 13 cards in this pile, I'm just illustrating. So with this, if we've just got the 1 ace or 2 aces, it usually means possibly. Possibly, maybe, is kind of the 1 or 2 aces. If you get 3 aces, it's a yes. If you get 0 aces, it's an absolute no. But you see why I don't really want to do that on here, because it's like, okay, here's a maybe. If this were to answer your question, Fatima, about getting pregnant, you just have this 1 ace, and so it's like, maybe. And it's like, nobody wants to hear maybe, especially if you're trying to have children, or if you're trying to do something that you're wanting so badly, So I'm not going to apply this to your situation. I'm going to do the 3-card reading and see what it says, and then it'll it'll kind of guide us toward other information. So it's kind of how I roll with it. So I hope that's okay with you, but that's how I roll. But that was just an example. So, Fatima, your question being, will you get pregnant? Also, I didn't ask you, which deck did you want me to read with? I can do this one. I can do Bob Ross. I can do Moonology or Witchlings. Do you have a preference? Got fairy rings. Now, the only decks I have here that do have aces, if you were interested. You want to do Druidcraft? Okay. Because I have aces with Bob Ross, Druidcraft, and Fairy Ring. The others are more like Oracle cards, and so they don't really do so much with aces. They're just not laid out the same way. So, we'll do Druidcraft. I like Druidcraft. Alright, Fatima, we have the moon, we have the 8 of Pentacles, and we have the 10 of Cups. These two were reversed, but sometimes the meanings make sense, sometimes they don't. So, what we got here, you got lots of family involvement here. You might have a little bit of issues with your family. You might not be getting along with them so great, but it's like things are coming full circle, And so some things are being resolved. Little by little, things are being resolved. But yeah, family drama is always going to be there. There's just no getting around it. But point is, we got to learn what we can learn from it and keep it moving, right? He has kids with someone else. Yeah, that can create some drama sometimes. And you got the Eight of Pentacles. And with the Eight of Pentacles, you're learning a new skill, but for some reason, this skill that you're trying to learn it's so frustrating because you feel like you should already know how to do this, and it's something that's been very hard for you to learn. I don't know what it could be for you. There's lots of things that it takes me a while to get, so I'm still learning a lot of things myself. But it's like, and I feel like you're kind of an old soul. Like, I feel like that's why you get so frustrated when you're trying to learn something new and you're just like, I just can't seem to get it, dang. It's like, no, be patient with yourself, dear. But yes, you may tend to feel like you need to be learning something faster and it has taken a while for you to process it. And then you've got the moon. You've been having some crazy dreams lately, or you will be. But pay attention to your dreams and pay attention to what you've been feeling lately. Somebody told me, and I had not heard this before. This was like 2 years ago. This one lady told me that she had a dream about fish, and it was like everybody else was like, what? I'm like, why is that significant? And they're like, if you dream about fish, that means that you or someone close to you is pregnant. And I'm like, it's not me, promise it's not me. And I don't know if they ever found out who in her family was pregnant. This lady couldn't have any more children, so I don't know who it could have been in her family, but I just found that very interesting. That if you dream about fish, it means that someone near you is pregnant or going to be. So I don't know if that makes any sense for you, but the moon is saying pay attention to your dreams and pay attention to your gut feelings, your intuition, your insight, because that is going to kind of determine how to navigate through all of this business. I always say handle everything with grace and kill them with kindness. That's kind of how I roll. Sometimes easier said than done, but I feel like this is gonna turn out okay. I mean, I don't see negative stuff coming about. I feel like this part can be healed. Just remember, you can't take responsibility for how another person decides they're gonna feel. You're having pregnancy dreams. That's interesting. But usually having pregnancy dreams doesn't always indicate actual pregnancy. A lot of times it indicates starting something new. Like if you're embarking on a new job or a new project you're working on or something like that. That's usually what pregnancy dreams are about. Every now and then, it actually does mean a pregnancy. I knew one lady, she had a dream that she was pregnant and gave birth to like 14 kittens. I still haven't figured that dream out. You're seeing this man a lot as well. Well, I don't know. It's a possibility. If you are not intending to get pregnant, I believe if we're having this conversation, you know what proper precautions to take. Just saying. So I'm going to just leave that right there. Let's see what your charms say, darling. Fantastic Wit says, my mom dreamt I was pregnant for a bit years ago and understandably freaked out. I shouldn't be having kids with all my health issues. Well, one time my mom had a dream that I was pregnant. And this was I was maybe in high school or something. And boys didn't like me in high school. Or if they did, they kept it really low-key because I was a weirdo. Always have been. And so... what is this? Oh, it's Tinkerbell. It's Tinkerbell. So I like had to like reassure my mom many times. I am not, ain't never gonna be, ain't happening. Nope. And voila. 20 years later, no kids. Anyway. Why, thank you, Wit. I like being the fun weirdo friend. It's fun. Alright, so are you thinking about going to nursing school, Fatima? I'm just wondering because a couple of times when this little heart with the nurse's cap shows up, it's weird. The past few times I've read for someone and that came up, they were either in nursing school or thinking about going back to nursing school. So that may be one of these skills, because I thought about like trying to start IVs. I'm a nurse in real life, but on YouTube I'm a psychic reader. But anyway, in real life, I have the hardest time like doing blood draws and starting IVs. That's what I've been struggling with the most here lately. And I just get so frustrated with myself. It's like, this should be easy. His vein, he had ropes coming out of his arms, man. No, it didn't matter. I need more practice, clearly. And maybe I should take heart and listen to my own advice here, not be so hard on myself. No nursing on your mind. Okay, you have friends that are nurses. Okay, cool. So maybe you have the love of your friends that are nurses. Maybe. You do have a lot of love around you. The butterfly is about new beginnings. Tink is about mischief. I'll let you decide what that's about. You've got the moon and heart. So you've got a lot of high hopes and dreams. I don't know if you live near water, but you've got a seashell here. So you may be going to the beach or thinking about going to the beach. You've got the elephant for perseverance. And you've got the unicorn, says follow your dreams. So you've got a lot on your plate here. But the main thing I think is to keep your hopes high, keep high vibing, doing all the cool kid stuff. And follow your dreams. Don't let anything stop you. If you ever decided you want to be a nurse, by all means do it. Because I feel like we all have the ability within our spirit and within ourselves to heal other people, just by being who we are. And if there's a way to kind of hone that ability to heal, nursing is a great way to do it. There's so many other ways to do it, but that's just an example. So anyway, I hope that was helpful for you, and I wish you all the best. I hope everything works out for you. I'm not going to say one way or the other because I'm not really sure what your intentions are, my dear, but I hope whatever happens, it works out great for you. So, Vicky, how many are in front of I've got Elizabeth next, Elizabeth S next, and then Vicky. That sound cool? Is Elizabeth still here? So there's one more. Yep. I got Elizabeth and then Vicky. Hey, Elizabeth. So what deck would you like me to read from, dear? Got Druidcraft that I just read with, Bob Ross. Got Witchlings, Moonology, Fairy Rings, and Black Moon. Do you have a preference, my dear? Hi, Lavender, you're back. Welcome back. Nicolina, friendly advice, try to relax before you do blood work. Separate the psychic imagination coming to your mind while in the hospital. Yes, that is helpful. Thank you. I try to do that, actually. Thank you so much. Yes, we missed your turn, Lavender, but I did write you on the list. So, Elizabeth, do you mind if I go back and read Lavender and then come back to you? Is that okay? Keeps buffering the video. Anybody else buffering? Let Elizabeth go. Aw. Okay. Are you sure, Lavender? It doesn't matter to me. Okay. Alright, Lavender. Current work reputation. Okay, which deck would you like me to read from? Did you have a preference, Lavender? Druid? Okay. Cool. Cool. You're asking about your current work reputation. Alright. Lavender work reputation. Specifically. What do we need to know? Alright, that's too many that fell out of the deck. We'll keep shuffling. Yes, thank you, Elizabeth. Alright, got a 6 of Swords. It's actually reversed. Got 2 of Wands. And 5 of Swords. Ooh, got some intense stuff going on, lady. Woo! Alright, so are you a supervisor? Or a manager? Patricia says, I took a tarot reading class once, became very emotional. It can unlock a lot of emotions that you didn't even realize you had. Like, it's weird how it opens you up like that. It's crazy. But Lavender, what I'm getting here is that you are in a leadership position of some sort, and you've got these people that are following you, and it's like herding cats trying to get them to do right. I've been in that situation before, but what I'm getting is that you feel like you're not ready to be a leader, but you really are. Otherwise, the universe wouldn't have put you in this situation. And you may not necessarily have a title of leader or supervisor or whatever. Used to be at this other place, moved away, and they called my current workplace to talk crap, saying I steal. But the message I'm getting is that you're like, you're gonna find yourself in a leadership role of some sort, and you're gonna feel like you're not ready for it. Oh, is it? Okay. Not ready to judge it yet, but okay, I'll keep reading. Then we've got the 2 of Wands, so there's a decision to be made. As far as like a new opportunity, stepping into that role, deciding whether that's good for you or not. And then you've got the 5 of Swords, where perhaps there was a disagreement with somebody and it became so out of hand that you were thinking, well, why do we even argue about this? And so that's kind of the feeling I'm getting about this. If that doesn't resonate with you, I apologize. Like I said, it doesn't always resonate with everybody, but this is the information that's coming to me at this time. But I feel like there are people that are not ready to follow you and follow your example. and that is affecting whether or not you want to make this decision or not. And with that being said, and I think it has a lot to do with some disagreements you had with someone in the past, and you felt like the thing was just utterly stupid and walked away from it. But you're still holding on to a lot of resentments from it. And that, if you hold on to resentments from this past job that you were at, it's going to affect this job that you're going into. And so if the last place you worked is, trying to, talk bad about you or whatever, if the new place is going to take that into account and not give you a chance, then that may not be the place for you anyway. Just, speculation there. Let's see what you're trying to say. Alright, so right across, you've got the Tree of Life. You've got heart with a nurse's cap. You've got an anchor. You've got captain's wheel and a butterfly. So what I'm seeing is you have a good, strong foundation. You're very grounded, very down to earth, and you are pretty much guiding your own ship. You don't really necessarily listen to what other people have to say. You just make your own decisions, and you're free in that way. You're going through a transformation of sorts, and that's what the butterfly is about. And so with that transformation, that may be, this job change thing that you're dealing with that is kind of transforming you into a stronger person. It's kind of changing your perspective on things so that you can be great at whatever it is that you're doing later in life. And that's the main gist of what I'm getting. If it resonates with you, great. If not, I still wish you all the best. And I hope you find whatever it is you're seeking, my dear. Utter BS on the part of stealing accusation. Yeah. What they generally think of you. Honestly, the feeling I get, Lavender, is that other people kind of looked up to you, and it's just like one or two people that are being messy. That's just the feeling I'm getting. I could be off, but that, I feel like there's just like a couple of people that were, poop stirrers, so to speak, and trying to, make other people not like you. But I really feel like you had a lot more people looking up to you than you realized, honestly. And so with this new job, you might add some of your colleagues from your past job that were, that you had a good relationship with, and I think that would be helpful. Also, they may have accused you of stealing because they didn't want to lose you. I don't know the whole circumstances behind that, but you know how some people it's like some petty stuff, like a boyfriend and girlfriend break up, and boyfriend's hurt and mad over it because she left him, and so he starts saying all this stuff about stuff she does or doesn't do or whatever, and then tries to talk crap about her, and then everybody's like, dude, you're a moron. We know she's awesome. So that's kind of the feeling I get. Nicolina, sorry for hopping out here again. Picking up that you should do some healing, calming baths. Also try checking chakras. I think some of them are blocked a little. Oh, thank you. And you're probably right. I've been a little stressed here lately, so yeah, I probably do have some energy work I need to work on, but thank you so much. And Juna, hi, welcome. Thank you so much, Lavender. All right, so Elizabeth is next. Elizabeth. Which deck would you like, my dear? Druidcraft. Well, I have Druidcraft. They're handy dandy. And Gina, Eric, how fabulous of you to join us. So, and Gina, if you want me to read for you, type !join, and it will add you to the queue. And so I'm just kind of going down the list. I've got a queue going, but the queue is acting funky lately, so I'm handwriting my list too, just to be, on the safe side. It has been crazy. Let's see. Wit, Jug, Nicolina. Alright. Let's see. I've done Lucia. I've done Mark. I've done Fatima. Next, I have Elizabeth. And Elizabeth, I'm going to do Druidcraft. Let's see. I got 1, 2, 3, 4 ahead of you. But Nicolina popped out, so if she's not here by the time I get to Nicolina, then I can put you down. So yeah. Oh, thank you, Nicolina. Let's see. I've got, after Elizabeth, I've got 1, 2, 3, 4 readings after Elizabeth. That's okay. That's okay. I can put you down for the next one and put you first on the list. I haven't seen Cherry or Kimchi from last stream, but if they show up, somebody let me know, because I owe them readings too. But if you want, I can add you for next time, Anjuna. Yeah, you're an hour ahead of me, aren't you? It's cool with me if you want me to put you on the list for next time. I don't think anybody will mind. That'd be cool. Alright. So, Elizabeth, you got messages coming to you, but it's like a hurry up and wait kind of game. It's like, oh my goodness, why can't they hurry up and send me my acceptance letter or whatever it is. You're wanting to get your Vicky, yes, you are next. But Elizabeth, yeah, you're wanting so much to get your the information, whatever it is. I don't know if it's an acceptance letter or you're hired letter or or whatever it is, but it's like the information's coming slowly, and it's like, oh my goodness, I sent that in a month ago. What the heck is going on? So you may have trouble being patient with that, but when the information does come to you, it's gonna come rapidly. It's just like a dam breaking. We gotta wait for the dam to break. It's kind of the impression I'm getting. You've got things that are coming full circle as far as finances. You're starting to kind of get things in order, getting things lined up for whatever you've got planned. Maybe a vacation, maybe you're planning on buying a new washing machine. I don't know. Just you're kind of getting your life in order to plan for the next big thing that you're going to bring into your life. And then you got the King of Cups. And the King of Cups, is a very kind, loyal man. But he might be kind of emotional. He might be dealing with some depression. I get the feeling it's maybe your dad. I don't know if your dad is even still alive, but I get dad energy from him. Very kind and supportive and loyal, but he's been really going through some sadness lately. And so you may want to check up on this. I think you know who this man is. I feel like you may want to check on him, make sure he's doing okay. You may need to, like if he's sick or something, you can, maybe bring him some food or something like that, and just leave it on the doorstep so you don't get whatever he's got. We kind of had to do that with my mom. She was really sick and was on, lockdown and all this other stuff, and so she's in another city and I couldn't really get to her, so I put the word out, to friends and family, like, hey, if anybody's in the area and wants to drop off some groceries or something from my mom, I greatly appreciate it. I even pay you back, that kind of thing. Nobody would accept payment, but it was so many people brought food. It was just really an outpouring of love from our community, and I was just blown away by it. And so, but I feel like, that's what he might need, and maybe, maybe some company. I know with the current state of affairs, we're all kind of scared, on some level, of what's going to happen next. But general precautions, don't go around sick people unless you can avoid it, try to avoid it. Always, wash your hands. If you know you're going to be around somebody who's sick, you might want to wear a mask, stuff like that. Just general public safety advisory things that we know anyway. So, but yes, that kind of thing. He's not sick. Okay. Not sure if it's him. This guy is he's a Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio. He's a water sign. And he may not be showing what he's feeling. A lot of times these guys might, get really angry or really sad, or they may be really sad and it comes out like it's anger. That happens. So it may be something that you're dealing with. Not sure if it's your boyfriend. It could be. But yeah, there's some low moods there, that he's kind of dealing with, and it doesn't really have anything to do with you. I don't feel like it's you. I feel like it's just, I don't know if it's work, I don't know if it's stress, but it's like he's not wanting to talk about it, and he's not really sure how to work through it. I would suggest therapy, but therapy doesn't work if you don't talk. So that's kind of my take on the thing. But it may help to, get him doing things that he enjoys doing. I mean, whether it's watching a movie, playing mini golf, whatever it is, that kind of gets him out of his head for a minute and kind of, I think that would help to kind of ease out of this rut he's kind of in. And two, he may eventually open up about it. I don't know. But he's dealing with some pretty big emotions about it. So, just something to be aware of. Handle with care, sensitivity, kindness, that kind of thing. Let's see what the charms say. Hey, Drewski, what's up? So, Drewski, if you want a reading, you need to type !join, and it will put you in the queue for a 3-card reading. So, right now I've got about 4 people ahead of you. I'm just finishing up with Elizabeth. So yeah. And June is still here, that would make 5 though. So just whatever. Let's see. So Elizabeth, you've got the lotus flower, you've got a heart with a peace sign, you've got an elephant, you got skull and crossbones, you got the sea turtle and the deer. And Juna's still here. Rock on. Alright, so you may be planning a trip to the beach, or you may be feeling the need to just kind of go with the flow and relax and let things be. You may be responding to your higher consciousness. The elephant is saying to persevere. Skull and crossbones, be careful of toxic people, places, and situations, is what it's telling me. You see skull and crossbones on things that are toxic, and I feel like you might be dealing with a kind of toxic environment or situation that you may need to either find a way out of or find a way to heal it. Either way is a possibility. And then of course, there's the deer. As far as the deer always makes me think of peace. Like if I see a deer out in nature, I'm like, okay, that is like the ultimate serenity. There's other things that are serene as well, but that's one of the most serene things. One time we were visiting Mammoth Cave in Kentucky, and so we were just walking on the grounds. But we weren't this was before we even went in the cave, and we were just walking on the grounds through the forest and everything, and we came across this doe, and she walked right up to us. I was just like, wow. And she was so big, she was so pretty. I was like, wow. But yeah, she was just chilling, just chilling in the forest, like it wasn't nothing. So I feel like that sense of peace and tranquility is a big thing for you right now, and it's going to help ease some of this toxicity. So I hope that helps. I hope that resonates with you. Vicky, you're here. Yay, you're next. Thank you so much, Elizabeth. And guys, if you are interested in donating to the channel, it's not required, but it's always appreciated. There is a link in my description where you can donate to the channel and help improve and all that fun stuff. So all of that is greatly appreciated. Yay, Vicky! Vicky, what deck do you want, darling? Do Druidcraft, Moonology, Fairy Ring, Bob Ross. I'm flexible. I do yoga sometimes. Druidcraft. That's a popular one tonight. Like I said, Druidcraft is one of my favorites. I've been feeling very Druidcraft lately. I think it's because it's close to Beltane and Mayday and spring and all that jazz. So yeah, what can we tell Vicky? What does Vicky need to know? You've got the Nine of Pentacles reversed. You've got the Fairylet. In the Rider-Waite deck, this would be the Temperance card. And you've got Carnunos. Wait a minute. Carnunos. Excuse me, my nose itches. Somebody's thinking about me. So anyway, so you're coming full circle as far as some kind of it's like an emotional breakthrough you've been having lately. I feel like you've been crying a lot, and it's like you're learning how to kind of navigate through some new emotions that you haven't really felt before. Excuse me. And then you've got the fairylet or temperance. It's about balance. It's about, pouring from one cup into another without spilling a drop. You've got that balance, that precision to kind of keep things in line and keep balance in your life. And know that throughout this whole process, change is occurring. It's part of the transformation. I don't know how else to explain that. It's like that balance kind of encourages that transformation, and then you evolve into a higher version of yourself. And then you've got Cernunnos. This in other decks would be known as the Devil card. But this is Cernunnos, the Horn God. Trying to balance, yeah. Oh yeah, Drewski, if you wanted to join, or if you wanted to be in the queue, type !join, and it will add you to the queue in theory. So with the Devil card, this is saying that, or with Cernunnos per se, Cernunnos is the Horn God, and the theory is that the Horn God Cernunnos was turned into the devil by the Christian church, because when they were trying to convert all the pagans. It is what it is. The bottom line is it's about waking up to responsibility. It's like you've kind of been in denial for a long time, and you're waking up and seeing that that's no longer working for you, and you've got to take some action. And it's like, but I was sleeping so good, and now I have to get up and go pee because I don't want to deal with a messy bed. That's the impression I always get with this card. And so it's like, okay, kids, time to wake up. But a lot of times with the Cernunnos card, you might feel trapped and feel like you can't get out of the situation. You feel like you're stuck, you're chained to it. And this could have to do with addictions. It could have to do with power struggles, all of that. You may feel like you're in a situation that you don't have control over, but really you do. It's hard and sometimes painful to take that kind of responsibility, to say, you know what, yeah, I have been doing ABCD. I think when we've talked before, we were talking about a family member that had issues with substance abuse, and one of the things was trying not to enable them so much. And I feel like it's kind of reached that point where you're like, you know what, I can't continue enabling this person. I can't continue to do this because it's not helping me or them. And that's kind of the impression I get right here. Like I've said before, when you're dealing with that kind of thing, there is support out there for not only the people dealing with any type of addiction, but also family members as well, that are trying to be supportive, but there's a lot of dynamics there that are hard to navigate. So I feel like this is becoming more and more urgent for you now. Things are getting to that breaking point where it's like, you know what, I gotta do something. Let's see what your charms say. Alright, so we've got the Eiffel Tower. And for some reason, reason, this Eiffel Tower made me think of like the tower in the tarot. I'll get to that in a minute. Got rose. Got a little angel. This heart says made with love. Made with love. You got the world. You've got seahorse. Got tree of life. This is interesting. And I'll tell you why. So this symbol is the symbol of the Deathly Hallows in Harry Potter. Can you see it? It's a triangle with a circle inscribed and a line going down the middle. So you got the Cloak of Invisibility, the Sorcerer's Stone, and the Elder Wand, if you're familiar with Harry Potter. I love Harry Potter. But anyway. And so this is like the trifecta of powerful things. Anyone who has all of this is immortal. Okay? You keep getting the Tower and Three of Swords in your own reading. Yeah. I'll explain the Tower in a minute. Fantastic wit? You don't know anything about Harry Potter? Oh my goodness, you are missing out, love. Wow. Okay, I don't even know where to tell you to start. I would say start with reading the books if you wanted to, but I know reading isn't always the favorite thing. Sometimes audiobooks work really great. But or even just watching the movies. You'll just get enough of the juicy goodness of the Harry Potter stories to and it's really how interesting. I can't even talk. I'm excited. It's really interesting how a lot of the dynamics and stuff between the characters and everything are like how do I put this? The characters and the dynamics kind of line up with everyday things that we're dealing with all the time. It's really weird synchronicity. But anyway, I'll get into that later. Yes, the movies are great. So with the Tower, let me get back to this. So this is also, I've seen a similar symbol, but without the wand in the middle. It was just the circle inscribed inside the triangle. And that's actually, the circle inscribed inside the triangle is the symbol for Alcoholics Anonymous. So I found that interesting. And you've got leaves for growth. You've got the tree of life having to do with family, or family tree. You've got the earth for stability, firm foundation. You've got your guardian angels, made with love. So I feel like you're learning to love yourself, and I feel like you put a lot of love into everything that you do for your friends and family. And so, like, I'm imagining like a batch of cookies that you made yourself that you wanted to give to somebody because you love them. That's kind of the feeling I get. And then of course a rose. Things are roses have different meanings. You know, there's roses, you know, having to do with love, but I think of roses like having to do with blooming in May. Things are developing, growing, blossoming, and it may also have to do with you know, Mother's Day coming up. Have to do with, you know, feelings for your mom, things like that. The seahorse, you may not know this, but male seahorses tend to be like the stay-at-home dads of the sea. They take care of the babies while the mom does whatever the mom does. And so you may be dealing with some father energy there, some dad energy. I feel like this might be someone that you admire for being the stand-up guy, taking care of his kids and, you know, doing right by his kids and his family. There's somebody that you really admire for that. But with the Eiffel Tower, I did think of the tower. Usually with Eiffel Tower, though, I think of, something fancy or something, possibly something French. I don't know. But the thing about the tower in the tarot is when the tower comes up, it usually means that, yes, things are falling apart. It's going to seem like things are falling apart, but it's things that needed to fall apart so that something better could come together. And, quite frankly, if something doesn't have a good solid foundation, it's not going to last anyway. And so it may be one of those things that just has to kind of clear out the dead weight, the dead space, and, level it so that you can build something stronger and more sound. I hope that makes sense for you. I know there's a lot of grief involved when things are falling apart, when things come to an end, but it's still, it's still something that you can learn and grow from and heal from. So yeah, that's the feeling I get, or the messages that are coming to me, Vicky. I hope that was helpful for you. Fantastic Wit says, my school didn't offer large print or audiobooks until 10th grade. By then, visually burn out on reading. Yeah, I can understand that, Wit. But definitely, I would say at least watch the movies. I love the movies. It is absolutely for the best, Vicky. And I wish you all the best. I hope, I think you're going to find some healing from it. I really do. And I'm sending healing your way, love. Yeah, Wit. Gotta watch some Harry Potter. Like, if I'm in a bad mood, I could watch any of the Harry Potter movies and I'm instantly in a good mood. Absolutely, Vicky. Thank you so much. Yep, chicken nuggets and Harry Potter. It's gonna be a good day. And Juna, you're still here. Alright. So, Drewski, I didn't see you in the queue. Did you want me to do a 3-card reading for you? If so, you type !JOIN and I'll read for you. But if you don't feel like you're up to it right now, that's okay too. I can do it another time. But I do appreciate you coming in and joining us. So next I have Fantastic Wit. Do you have a preference as to which deck I read from, Wit? I can do Druidcraft, I can do Moonology, Fairy Rings, Witchlings, Bob Ross, or Black Moon. Are you sure, Wit? I mean, it doesn't matter to me. Bob Ross. Awesome. I love the Bob Ross deck. I really do. Like, I love all of these tarot decks. Bob's deck is more like playing cards, which is cool too. But it's something about reading his cards is like, it just makes everything seem better. Never seen the Bob Ross deck? So it's got the same cards as playing cards, right? But they all have quotes on them from Bob Ross. fantastic. Okay, when I get to Jug, wife wants the moon cards. Got it. The Moonology or the Black Moon? Because Moonology is the ones with the moons on them, and then the Black Moon is astrology. Moonology, got it. All right, so that one fell out for wit. It says, isn't that fantastic? It's perfect, isn't it? I knew you could do it. How appropriate. Will my health get out of limbo mode? Doctors told me through virtual visits need to be seen but can't until things open. It's understandable. Let's see what the cards have to say. I find it hilarious that the first card that popped out for Fantastic Wit says, isn't that fantastic? That's just amazing to me. Gotta love that synchronicity. Alright, so then you got the Three of Diamonds. Also, that could be the Three of Pentacles, depending on how you want to look at it. Three of Diamonds, Queen of Hearts. It says, son of a gun, there's a pretty nice tree for... That's a pretty nice tree for being done that quick. Pretty nice tree for being done that quick. And then the Seven of Hearts, or Seven of Cups, says, and that may be the true joy of painting when you share it with other people. I really believe that's the true joy. Relatable. So, alright, so the Three of Diamonds, or the Three of Pentacles, has to do with working on a project. It has to do with developing your skills. Not quite like the Eight of Pentacles does, but it's like, okay, you've got this skill set and you're working on it and you're trying to just, get it off the ground and get it started and, make it look nice and everything. And then you've got, and a lot of times you'll have other people kind of watching you and critiquing you and that kind of thing. Regardless of how they say it or what is actually said, regardless of how that comes about, even if it's negative, like for example, if you post a video and it gets some thumbs down and it gets some thumbs up, even the thumbs down counts as an interaction, and that helps support your channel, right? So Drewski, you're funny. Anyway, so yeah, you're working on the, excuse me, that was funny. So, whatever it is you're working on, take all the feedback as just feedback. Also, if you wanted, hold on, let me get my thoughts together. Side note, exclamation point, join, right? Gets you into the queue. If you don't want, if you say you're already in the queue and you don't want a reading after all, then you can always type exclamation point, leave, and it will pull you out of the queue. Simple as that. I'm going to make some adjustments here. Alright, so then we've got the Queen of Hearts, and it's also known as the Queen of Cups. This could be, I feel like this might be like your mom. I know you're really close to your mom. I don't know when her birthday is, but usually the Queen of Hearts, the same thing as the Queen of Cups, is usually a Pisces, Cancer, or Scorpio. And so she might get emotional at times, but for the most part, she is very level-headed. She kind of goes with the flow. She likes most people. I say most people. She wants to like everybody, but some people are just not likable. I'm so sorry. If Wit's mom doesn't like you, I hate it for you. But that's kind of the impression I get here, is that your mom is very present in your life, and it says that's a pretty nice tree for being done that quick. So she's very able to do things quickly and still make everything look nice and be nice and all that kind of stuff. So yeah, nobody crossed a mama. That's not a good thing. And then you've got a 7 of Cups, and so the 7 of Cups says, and that may be the true joy of painting when you share it with other people. I can't talk. I really believe that's the true joy, when you share painting with other people. So really, anything you love, that's the good stuff. Anything that you enjoy, that you're excited about, that you're passionate about, and you share that with other people. Like, some people don't know how to take that. Don't let it dim your shine, darling. If you're excited about something, share it, because I know I get excited about tarot readings. I get excited about Harry Potter and Fight Club and all these other things that I like, and so I share that with other people. Hey, if you haven't seen this movie, you really need to see it. And it's a way of kind of forming that bond and forming that connection with other people. And I think that's what the true joy is forming that connection of something that maybe you both enjoy. So let's see what your charms say, darling. So we've got Eiffel Tower, we've got a cloud, a starfish, and a wrench. So the wrench has a lot to do with work or work-related stuff. It could have to do with working on your channel. It could have to do with fixing things. When I think of a wrench, I think of fixing things. So you may be working on fixing stuff. And you've got your little guardian angel. You got folks looking after you, looking out for you. You may have, so we've got this little cloud here. I'm thinking kind of like a storm cloud. It's like, when storm clouds come through and try to block out the sunshine, it can be a bit disheartening, but the clouds move, and they'll be gone soon enough. I also think of clouded vision, like if you're trying to picture what the future is going to look like and it's cloudy, it's hard to kind of get a crisp, precise view of what you're intending to happen. It might be a little fuzzy, or if you're when you're trying to remember a dream and it's just like, I can remember some of it, but not everything. It could be what's going on right now. You got your starfish. You don't realize the difference you make in people's lives just by being who you are. And I feel like I've said that a lot, but I feel like every one of us has a special gift that we have to share and to offer the world. And I mean, just by being who we are, we can create a better world, really, if you want to get down to it. And so I feel like we use our talents and gifts to create a better world, and to create these connections with other people. And if someone sees you doing something and they thought they couldn't do it, you might inspire them to try to do it. That kind of thing. Then you got the Eiffel Tower. You might be dealing with like some tower energy, things falling apart, or you might be dealing with someone or something from France. You might be looking into some French style cooking. I don't know. These little things just kind of pop in, and I'm like not sure what they're about, but they just, that's the kind of vibe I'm getting. I'm not getting that anything just god awful terrible is gonna happen. It's just like, things might shift a little bit, and things that weren't meant to be are gonna fall away anyway. But you're cool with it. It's like, okay, well, best of luck to you. Bye. If somebody is trying to be ugly or something like that, you're like, whatever. I'm gonna keep on doing me. And so that's kind of the impression I get. So anyway, I hope that helps. Thank you for letting me read for you, Lit. I enjoyed it. Hope you did as well. So yeah. But you see why I like the Bob Ross cards. They have the Bob Ross paintings and little quotes, and he just makes everything seem like they're gonna be okay. No matter what happens, everything's gonna be okay. Is just the general. If I could put like one sentence on this deck, it would be everything's gonna be okay. He just has that peaceful personality, Alright, so next is Juggalo Fishing Posse. Jug, you still here, love? Juggalo Fishing Posse and the Missus. Awesome. Alright, and you wanted Moonology. Hello, Mr. and Mrs. Juggalo. I hope you're having a good night. Hello. Alright, let's see what we got here. We have the first quarter moon. Your commitment is being tested. We have the full moon in Capricorn. The end of a tough cycle approaches. And we have new moon in Taurus. Prosperity lies ahead. Good stuff. I'm already happy for you. Alright, so yes, you might be dealing with your commitment being tested. There might be some disagreements going on, some heated words, some not fun things going on. Hey, String Bean, what's up? Welcome. If you would like a reading, type !join and it'll add you to the queue. How about that? I'm also going to keep a pencil and paper nearby because my queue's been acting funky. So if you want, just let me know. But yes. So your commitment being tested. You may have been dealing with some disagreements. We'll just say disagreements. Some not great energy, maybe at home or possibly at work. But it's like something that you're so strongly committed to, and it's just like, honestly, why do I? Is kind of the vibe I get around that. Things are frustrating, and it will test your commitment. However, if you hang in there, it does get better. It does get better. I'm not saying put up with anything that, is harmful. I'm not saying, put up with anything abusive or anything like that. I'm talking about, okay, yeah, we can have a disagreement about something and still be on good terms and still stick together and still support each other and love each other. If it has to do with a work thing, it's like you might be questioning, okay, is this really the job for me? Because I was like all about it at the beginning, and now it's just like, seriously? They want me to do what with who and have how many Skittles? Okay, no. So so you may be kind of questioning that as well. But I think what will help is go back to, if you're really trying to hold it down, hold it together, you know, keep this commitment, then it might help to think about what you enjoy most about this commitment. And I think that will be like the starting point for helping it develop into a more peaceful union, so to speak. Then we've got the end of a tough cycle approaches. So you're on the home stretch. This is not gonna last forever. Better is definitely coming. Better is definitely coming. You just kind of have to stick it out and stick with it, because I mean, so much better is coming. Full moon in Capricorn, and you know, you may be a Capricorn or have Capricorn in your chart. You may be dealing with a Capricorn or someone with a Capricorn in their chart. But the Capricorns tend to be very steadfast. Like, whatever they are committed to, that stuff's solid. Like, they ain't no breaking that. Ever. Once they are grounded in exactly what they want, what their goals are, nah, you ain't messing with that. It's solid. So, and they can stick through anything. Like, I mean, anything. They're very perseverant, very persistent. So I think that's one good quality that is being brought to the party. And then you've got prosperity lies ahead, new Taurus moon. So you may be dealing with a Taurus, you might be a Taurus, or have that in your chart. But it's saying prosperity lies ahead. So there's some good stuff coming to you. And I really feel like there might be a new, oh yeah, definitely, Jug, definitely. There is light at the end of the tunnel. Don't give up hope. Because, I mean, it's like, okay, the end of the tough stuff is going to come to an end. And then there's going to be money, prosperity, a more stable kind of situation. You know, everything that you associate with prosperity, all that good stuff, it's coming to you. In fact, this may sound silly, and I'm not sure what your spiritual orientation is. It's not my business, but it might be helpful to think about what it would be like to be in that position that you're wanting to be in. You know, financially, work-related, relationship-related, whatever. And be thankful as if it's already there. As if it's, because that gratitude will actually draw it to you. And even if it exists in the future, because time is linear, right? So if it exists in the future, be thankful for it now as if it's already here. And it will come to you. It's like we draw things from the future to us in the present. Is kind of the feeling I'm getting, or I don't know how else to explain it, but that's kind of what I'm picking up on. Let's see what your charms say. All right, you have I believe this is Jesus on one side. This might be, I don't know. Anyway, it might be Jesus, or it might be saints. It's a different one on either side. I'm not really familiar. But I feel like you have spirit guides and guardian angels, and what's that word? You have, for lack of a better term, spirit guides that are watching over you, guiding you, protecting you, helping you. You've got luck on your side. You've got the elephant that says to persevere. The elephant is teeny, teeny, tiny. And then I don't know what this is. I don't know if it's a whisk, like for baking, or if it's like a baseball bat. I kind of like the baseball bat. it seems to be more Juggalo related. So yeah, I feel like you're going to be breaking down some barriers, and that's going to allow some luck to come into your life. And you've still got the support of those around you and those that care about you. And I mean, my best advice is just hang in there, keep on keeping on, because you've got light at the end of the tunnel. It's coming, and much better is coming. You're gonna feel a lot more secure and a lot more safe. I don't know why it came out that way, but that's the feeling I get. Not that you're in danger or anything, but that stability and that prosperity is what I'm talking about. So anyway, I hope that was helpful for you. Thank you, Mark. Yay! Yay. I'm so glad that was helpful for you. So yeah, I wish you all the best, Jug and Mrs. Jug. I wish y'all all the best. I'm so happy that, good stuff's coming your way. And you can finally get some relief from the difficult stuff. So yeah. Nicolina, you're here! And you are next. And Juna, did you want a reading too? I can put you after Nicolina if you're up for it. Yes, absolutely, Jack. Keep on keeping on. Do not get discouraged, because better's coming. All right, cool. So, and Juna, if you want me to read after Nicolina, do !join, and it will put you in the queue, and we'll go from there. So, Nicolina, which deck would you like, darling? Would you like Moonology, Druidcraft, Fairy Ring, Bob Ross? We can do Witchlings, or we can do Black Moon. Whichever one you like. Witchlings! Cool. Spiritual gifts, and who gave them to me? A baby pagan witch. Aw. Well, welcome, baby pagan witch. Spiritual gifts. I don't know if they'll tell me who gave you your spiritual gifts. I feel like you were born with them, honestly. I feel like it's stuff that's been building inside you, in your spirit, in your soul, for millions of years. And it's just because I believe that that we have multiple existences, multiple lifetimes, and we learn lessons in each life, and it prepares us for the next life. So I feel like a lot of these gifts that you've had for a long time, and you may be just discovering them now. Like all of a sudden you can pick up on what other people are thinking or feeling, and it kind of catches you off guard. You're like, oh, did I say that out loud, or did I think that out loud? Oh wait. So it might catch you off guard at first, but you get used to it. All right, let's see what Nicolina says. We have dreams. Dreams are an expression of collective experiences combined with messages from the spirit world. So you may be having some prophetic dreams. Maybe. Or getting messages from the spirit world through your dreams. Energy. With limitless energy, you'll achieve more than you ever dreamed possible. So you're kind of high energy. A lot of it. How many times a day do people tell you to sit down? Sorry, that sounded really harsh. I'm sorry. Didn't mean for it to be harsh. Empowerment. The determination of your mind and soul will guide you toward unleashing your inner power. So I feel like you are very perceptive, and I feel like when you dream things, you do get messages from the spirit world. Either your spirit guides, your ancestors. Every now and then my great grandma visits me in my dreams, and the stuff she tells me is usually like a one sentence kind of thing, and it's like, I don't know what she was talking about. And then later on, someone will make reference to like turtle soup that she used to make or something like that. And I'm just like, oh yeah, stuff like that. So yeah, you may have some very interesting, very powerful dreams. And there's energy. And so you may be very, very high strung, very energetic, you may feel kind of all over the place. You might have issues with insomnia and stuff like that. But you're learning to harness that energy and direct it in such a way to accomplish all kinds of different goals. And I think that's one of the gifts that you have is you've got the energy to keep up with whatever it is you're wanting to do. It's like you've got the energy to do it. Then there's some, like, you could do the most intricate rituals with so much detail and so many different elements and all these little stones and all these different figurines or whatever you want to add to your ritual, and you like bring all of it in there. And then there's lazy pagans like me that just sit outside and look at the moon. or whatever, whatever the situation calls for. And then there's empowerment. And I feel like you use your energy to really boost other people up and really empower other people and show them what their strengths are. I think that's truly a gift. That's one of the things that I try to always do is try to boost people up and try to encourage, because we've got enough shenanigans going on in this world, and I think we can all use all the encouragement we can get. And so I really feel like that's one of your strengths and one of your gifts as well. Now, where they came from, like I said, I feel like these things have been with you for a long, long, long time. And I feel like some of it was stuff that you just kind of opened yourself up to and you kind of discovered that you had. And I feel like that may be kind of where you're going with that. So, hello, Jakari. Welcome, welcome, welcome. You have joined the queue. So, let's see. So, Jakari will be after Anjuna. Cool, cool, cool. So, let's see what the charms say. Alright, so we've got love, we've got sea turtle, we've got skull and crossbones, we've got a plane. That's interesting. And a leaf. So, sea turtles always remind me of the ocean, and but you know how like they go back to their place of birth to spawn, and I feel like you might be returning back to your roots in a way, getting back to what you've known all along. Really, it's always been inside you. Getting back to what you have always known is kind of the feeling I'm getting. There's lots of love around you everywhere. You give love everywhere you go, and love comes back to you. Like you're like this little ball of energy with all this love to give. It's adorable. Oh my goodness. And then you've got You may be traveling by plane, or you may be going on vacation, maybe taking a trip. But I feel like there's some travel involved for you, and I'm not sure where to or why, but I feel like you've got some, you're going to have some type of travel that really helps you hone in on these gifts that you have. And you'll have some amazing opportunities from that travel. So I wish you all the best with that. You got a skull and crossbones here. So you might want to kind of look at some of your connections and let go of some that are toxic for you. If they're not high vibing, if they're not, if you don't feel good when you're around them, it might be time to kind of ease them out the door because they're not good for you. And you know who I'm talking about. You don't owe anybody an explanation. You can just be like, hey, that didn't work for me. Sorry, bye. Easier said than done, I know, but we're getting there. And there's a leaf, which, I feel like you're very drawn to nature. Of course, if you're a baby witch, of course you are. But you're very connected with nature, and you're very insightful. It's uncanny that someone as young as you are in the craft is so insightful, and I feel like that's going to be a true asset for you as you grow. And of course, the leaf always, for me, represents growth and prosperity, abundance, all that good stuff. So I wish you all the best, and I hope that was helpful and resonated with you. If not, leave what doesn't resonate. It's all good. I wish you all the best, dear. All right, and Juna, you are next. Thank you, Nicolina. And Juna, what deck do you want, sir? And then I've got Jakari after, and Juna, and then I think I'm gonna wrap things up for the evening, or the morning rather, if it's okay with y'all. Druid Craft, yes. Are we allowed to ask a question? I do mainly general, but you can ask a question if you want. I feel like the cards are going to tell us whatever we're supposed to know anyway, so it may not specifically answer your question, but it will kind of give it will give some insight into what you're asking about. It may not completely answer the question though, so that's why I kind of do just general, but it's whatever you want. So in Juna we have Druid Craft. This has been a popular deck tonight. Alright, we have the Nine of Cups reversed. We have the Fairy Lid. This is looking awful familiar. And Carnunos. I feel like I did this exact same card reading for someone else. That's crazy. Like the same cards came out for somebody else too. Wow. Okay, so, but the message is probably similar. I'm sure it's got its specifics that are different. This is gonna be crazy. Okay, so in Juna, things are coming full circle for you as well, as far as dealing with some emotions. I feel like you're kind of getting over something that really had you down for a while, and I think you're starting to kind of pick back up and kind of get okay again. I mean, it's still not completely resolved, it's still not completely fixed, but you're like, okay, I'm at a spot where I'm not hating this person now or whatever. That's the feeling I get. And then you're in this period of transformation. You're trying to become a better person. And I know that sounds so cliche, but I feel like you really are working on yourself. I feel like you are figuring out what hasn't been working for you, what doesn't resonate with you anymore. You're letting go of these beliefs that don't work for you anymore, that aren't contributing to your life, happiness, and growth. It's like some of us that grew up in a Christian family, were raised with the thou shalt and the thou shalt nots, and it was very rigid. And I feel like you're kind of loosening up from that. And you're not being so critical and judgmental of yourself, and you're allowing yourself to grow in love, and from a place of love, rather than being super critical of, oh my goodness, I feel so guilty about blah, 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 blah. You're learning to heal from that. And that takes a lot of courage. And I really admire you for that. But it's all about balance. In order to transform, there's got to be balance. You've got to take the good with the bad. You got to take it with a grain of salt, meet life on life's terms, is the message I'm getting. And I feel like you're going to do great. I really do. I can tell there's some anxiety about it, whatever it is you're trying to balance and do. But I feel like you're pretty much, you got the right idea. And then you've got Carnunos. Again, waking up to responsibility. You're not as trapped as you felt like you were. You're able to make decisions, walk away from a situation that's not healthy for you, that's not working for you. You're, like I said, you don't want to wake up from this dream, but you got to. It's like I was telling Vicky earlier. It's like I was sleeping so good, and now I have to get up and pee, because if not, I'm gonna make a big mess in the bed, and I don't want to deal with that. So I gotta take some responsibility, that kind of thing. You get the idea. Let's see what your charms say. Is it Julia? Let's see. I could do probably one more. But after Julia, I think I'm going to close out the queue. So Julia, if you would like to have a reading, it's just 3 cards, but it's you do ! join, and it will put you in the queue. All right, Anjuna, you've got the elephant. You got more than one elephant. You've got angels. You've got the tree of life. You've got the rose blossoming, and the moon. You and your ex. Okay. So Anjuna, persevere is the name of this game. Keep on keeping on, because you got this, buddy. There's a lot of growth, a lot of blossoming going on here. Also, there may be a lot of connection to your mom. With it, coming up on Mother's Day and that kind of thing. That's going to be important to you. Family connections with the tree of life. You've got angels looking out for you, watching over you, blessing you, guiding you. You got all that. You got the moon, so you're very tied in with your feelings, and not many guys are. Well, not many of the guys I know anyway are that in tune with their feelings. A lot of guys are not comfortable dealing with emotions, but you're becoming more comfortable with kind of learning what your emotions are about and how to kind of regulate them. Whereas before you might have had some trouble with that. Also, you may be becoming more of a night owl than you used to be. You might be up late nights quite a bit because the moon, nighttime, all that good stuff. Also, you may want to think about your dreams. If you've been having some crazy dreams lately, there's probably a reason for it. It might help to write them down and see where the symbolism takes you, because dreams have a lot to teach us, a lot to tell us. So I hope that was helpful for you, Anjuna. Many signs. Alright. So thank you, Anjuna. I hope you do well. I wish you all the best with this. I think you're going to do great, honestly. I think you're definitely on the right path. Definitely. Alright. So Jakari is next. Druidcraft. You are mama's boy. Well, best guys are. Aw, that's sweet. Nailed the mom connection, yeah. Alright, so Jakari says, will my next relationship be someone I never dated before? Don't know if I can get that specific, but I'll definitely see what the cards have to say. We'll see what they tell us. It is interesting. Alright, so we've got the Princess of Cups. You or someone you're dealing with might have Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio in their chart. This is a young lady that's probably a water sign. Doesn't have to be, but probably is or has a water sign in their chart. Tends to be very emotional and has a hard time controlling their anxiety. Typically, if this were upright, it would be someone who's typically pretty serene and go with the flow, but not this person. She has trouble with that. She's struggling with that. Then you've got the Nine of Wands. You're very guarded about your relationships, and who you let in and who you allow to get to know you. And then we've got the Four of Pentacles. And so with the Four of Pentacles, you definitely are right in wanting to protect yourself. Yeah, you don't want exes back in your life. There's a reason they're exes, darling. So you have control over who you date or don't. So if your next relationship is someone you dated before, then that's on you. I mean, I'm not trying to be harsh or anything, but yeah, sometimes exes can be a little manipulative and, you know, try to sweet talk you into doing whatever, and you're just like, well, but he's so nice. And then it's just like you get into the situation, you're like, this jerk. So you don't want to have to repeat some of these lessons that you've had to learn in this lifetime. So yeah, lots of guardedness. You've been hurt a lot, and that's why you're so guarded. And it may be hard to let that guard down, especially around people that have hurt you before. But like I said, there's a reason they're exes, and maybe you've learned that lesson. Four of Pentacles has to do with keep an eye on your money, protect your passwords, protect your assets, protect things that you value. And it doesn't necessarily have to be about money. It can be about just principles that you value. You know, things like be kind to people, things like always tip your server, return your shopping cart, stuff like that. You know, stuff that's important to you. You know, you want to preserve that and don't let anybody shake you from it, especially if it's something that is making you a better person or making you make the world a better place, kind of thing. So I can definitely understand wanting to, you know, keep people out that have hurt you before, and to protect yourself. It may be important to try to work on trying to control your emotions, because I think the more emotional connection you have with these exes, the more you allow them to manipulate you. And so if you kind of disconnect, if you can imagine yourself like a lamp that plugs into the wall, and imagine that they're like this wall, unplug from them, and that will kind of help you kind of get back into who you are and what you value and what is, best for you. And I feel like if you do get back with your exes, there may be some lessons that you still need to learn from them. I'm not saying never go back to an ex. I'm just saying be prepared for having to repeat some lessons, perhaps. And I can tell you from experience, when you don't listen the first couple of times, the universe tries to give you a nudge and say, this is not good for you. This is really not good for you. Not good for you. Then things get really not good for you until you realize, oh, that is really not good. Okay, I hear you. I'm getting out of the not good thing. So I hope that was helpful for you. I hope that makes sense. Let's see what your charms say. Have a good night, Drewski. Thank you for joining us. So we've got Trees of Life, we've got Seashell, we've got the Eiffel Tower, and Love. So you've got a lot of support, a lot of family support, a lot of strong foundations, but you tend to be guided by your emotions, and the Eiffel Tower, a lot of times, like I said, reminds me of the Tower card, which basically says things are falling apart that don't have a good, strong foundation. But if they didn't have a good, strong foundation, they weren't meant to be anyway. But also, the Eiffel Tower might be having to do with fancy things. Every time I see an Eiffel Tower or anything related to French things, I'm like, ooh, fancy. So it may be that you're kind of drawn to the new sparkly, shiny, attractive thing. And that may be, that may have a large impact on how you process things and how you kind of decide what you're gonna do as far as relationships. It's like, well, did he do this, and this for me? Was he nice looking? Was he attentive? Did he take care of me? Did he seem to be interested? All these things contribute to a relationship. And if you think about it and you think, man, parts of it were okay, but then so much of it was so not okay, there's your answer. So, but I do wish you all the best, and I hope. Oh, that's what my bad. You date women. That's cool. It still makes sense. The thing still applies. Male or female. I just tend to go into hetero land sometime. Forgive me. It's supposed to apply to everybody. But yes, thank you so much for letting me read for you. I wish you all the best. Alright. I don't have anybody in the queue after Jakari, do I? I know Julia said something about wanting to be in the queue, but I don't have her in the queue. Is that everybody? I think it's everybody. So I hope you all had a good evening. I thank you for joining me. I enjoyed it, but the time has come. I must say goodnight. I wish you all the best. So I hope you will join me next time with an open heart and open mind. And a nice cup of tea. Good night, everybody.